But right now, we're going to go to Vancouver, where Sarah McLACHLAN is standing by. She's going to debut a brand new song for us, and I understand she has quite an interesting electronic setup with her out there. Sarah's music is multi-layered creation. She's trained in classical music and voice, and she's originally from the Maritimes, where, of course, the folk music smacks of the Celts. The music that she's put together, her music, has an ethereal, magical, and soaring quality. And you really get the sense when you listen to it that those various musical elements, the instrumentation and the voice, are all woven around each other. Last year, Sarah released her first ever album called Touch, and it had, believe it or not, the first song she'd ever written. With another year under her belt, she's working on a second album in her adopted hometown of Vancouver, and she's taking a break to play us one of her works in progress. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Karen.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Okay, now, Sarah, you have a huge musical background. You have a classical music background, a pop background, a Celtic background. So when you listen to music in general, what are you listening for?
Well, I'm listening for instrumentation and the style of the music and how the instruments are put together, how it sounds musically. And a lot of times I just listen for the pleasure, but I also listen sometimes to pick things apart so I can learn from them.
Are there any specific things that you like to pick apart, that you like to use in your lab?
Well, generally a lot of Peter Gabriel songs I really like to pick apart because they tend to be my favorite ones, and so because they have something very special within them.
What does he do that's so special?
Well, that's what I'm trying to learn.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to find, that piece in the song that makes it so special. It's the chord structures, and it's the way he uses his voice and the way he puts different instruments together and blends things. It's a very beautiful sound.
Okay, now your music is always interesting to me because it works with all the layers and all the different harmonies and the different instruments.
That's the classical background.
Is that?
Through.
No,
Yeah.
but do you hear that when you're writing, or do you just hear the one thing you're writing in a linear sense?
Well, unfortunately, from a beginning standpoint, I generally have sort of a fixed view of one instrument at a time. Because I'm still new at songwriting, I still try different things. I mean, for instance, this song that we're going to hear today, I started with a guitar line, and I didn't really have any fixed idea on what it was going to be like or how it was going to sound. But then I sit back and I listen to it once it's recorded, and I start to pick it apart and see how I can simplify things to add other instrumentation. Like this song, right as it stands right now, is very full with just piano and guitar. Now that's because it's the first time I've recorded it. The piano was the first time I tried to do it today. I hadn't touched a piano yet, so it's sort of it's kind of loose, and it's very full as it is. But I'm going to pick things apart and take parts out and add cello and stuff. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay, yeah. So can you show me how you started? You said you started on guitar. What would you have played?
Well, it started with a 4-chord progression that goes like this.
That's pretty. That's really pretty. Okay, so you've got this 4-chord progression, and it already to me suggests a particular kind of mood.
Mm-hmm.
As you're writing, then how would you then? Where would you find the piano? What would you do? And can you sort of show me what that sounds like?
Well, okay, because the chord structure of the guitar is fairly full, I'd be doing a lot more sort of bassy things with the piano, and more sort of just following the on the one of the beat kind of thing, following the chords like this.
That's really pretty.
Thank you.
And so what you're doing is you're in your own way listening. You listen to one line and see what it suggests, and then you add the other line, hoping to fill it out?
Yeah, and adding lower tones. Say if a couple chords in the verse, some of them are medium in medium, and then some of them are up really higher, I would anticipate that with the piano to play medium on the medium and maybe low on the high ones. It fills it in.
Why are you trying to fill it in? It sounded pretty enough to me on the guitar just to stand as a guitar.
I like busy music. I'm always like that. I'm always trying to fill things out and make them very lush and very very full. I like that sound.
Okay. You've laid down guitar on tape and the piano on tape, and will you sing it for us now against those?
Sure thing.
Now what's the title?
Well, I don't really have a title yet. It takes me a long time to come up with that because the titles are very important because they set the whole mood of the song, so I really have to think about that a lot.
Okay.
And I just fear, to tell you the truth, I finished the lyrics last night, so...
So it's a fresh song.
It's very, very fresh, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to turn my mic off here and turn this over to you.
Okay.
As I watch in the shiftless sky, I'm waiting the clouds begin to gather for the coming storm. I saw you not for who you were. I'm sheltered and tainted by the bitter winds that blew you. But I, like a lonely child who found a friend, ooh, I wanted to trust you. You were all I had, so I thought, and so it seemed. You walked away with my heart hung heavy on your sleeve. You drained the very part of me, hides my deepest fears. I was lost inside myself. You dragged me out into the night. Into the cold, I wondered what you meant when you said, don't be afraid, I won't let anything harm you, won't let anything touch you. So where do I go now that there's no one left to turn to? And what do I do now that there's no one left to talk to? And building these walls around me, no one's going to break through. And so with nothing left to feel, I close my eyes and close my as I watched in the shiftless sky, I waited the clouds begin to gather for that coming storm.
Sarah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm very moved by that song. I just, it's now you have to go back and talk about technical things, and I feel like having a cry. That's beautiful. Now, what I want to know from you is how are you going to flesh that out to make yourself feel like it's complete?
Well, first of all, I'm going to simplify things. The piano and guitar both need to be simplified, and I'd like to see a cello, for sure.
What do you mean?
Crying for that.
What? Oh, I can hear a cello, even more.
Yeah.
What do you mean simplify it? What will that do to it? Make it...
Well, it'll let it breathe to fit a cello, because right now it's quite full. and it needs a little space to allow other instruments to have their say as well. It's like a conversation with instruments. If everything's going at once, it tends to be a mess. If you bring up the piano and bring down the guitar, for instance, it allows more freedom for other instruments to have their say. And then you maybe bring the piano down and bring the guitar up and allow something else to happen. It's just a way to give things their place.
And when you do that, what does that do in the end? Is it a mood enhancer for me, the listener?
I think so, yeah, and it pleases me.
Okay. Now, can you write simply? Could you just have written this on a guitar, or do you have to sort of feel things falling into place before you can call a song complete?
Well, generally it's in the recording phase that I learn from it. I wrote the whole song on my guitar and nothing else. As I say, I came into the studio without touching a piano on it yet, so I just did that. And now it makes me see it in a bit of a different light.
So will it change at all?
It'll change a little bit, yeah. The mood of it won't. I love the mood of it. I'm very happy with that. But as I say, with instrumentation and fading things in and out and making it a little more atmospheric and a little more moody and dynamic. That's what it needs, is dynamics.
Okay, with your training, how do you balance the instinct and the training part? Is that a natural thing for you or not?
It just comes naturally. I haven't had difficulty with it. A lot of people would think, well, I guess it's a help and a hindrance. I mean, with classical training, that is one of the things I have difficulty with, is in simplifying things. With classical, everything is very structured and very formal and has a lot of times very many chord changes, and I used to have a lot of difficulty with that. And I still do, but I'm learning to use that to my advantage. Having the knowledge of knowing chord changes and how they work and how they don't work, and knowing how to, I'm learning still how to simplify things, but using the knowledge of, knowing this weird chord that would only fit in this one place, and being able to use that.
Yeah, Sarah, that is a beautiful song. Is this going to be, are you going to record this for your new album?
I sure hope so.
Me too. I really thought that was beautiful. Thank you very much. And send us the title when you get it, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, Sarah, as usual, it was a pleasure.
Thanks.
Sarah McLACHLAN from Vancouver, debuting a new and as yet untitled song. And, of course, as we mentioned, Sarah's working on her new album, and it's tentatively scheduled for release in late spring or early summer, and I, for one, can hardly wait.